over here we got. It looks like we got both body Donnas. We got Sonny, outfit from Sonny, and then it looks like Skip, also known as Chris Candido. So,
Right.
And I'm sure that was, that was during your tenure there as well. So
Same.
what were they?
Same thing there too. I mean, Chris, rest in peace, first class guy. Chris was a nice guy. Sonny, every now and then we see her. She always is class, and always comes up, give you that nice hug, and say, "How's everything? How's the family doing?" And nice lady. Chris was an awesome guy. Great, and they were a great tag team when they were together like that. Yeah.
And we're moving on. Now this is interesting to me because this is something that. It happened for a very brief time, but this it looks like the $1 Million Man shirt, but it's not the $1 Million Man. It's from when Nikolai Volkov had this angle where he was getting bought into the $1 Million Corporation with Ted DiBiase, and this is actually the shirt because it had like the cents lapels on it. So it's a very interesting piece of Nikolai Volkov memorabilia because normally you'd probably see like the Russian garb or something like that, but here's his $1 Million Corporation shirt, and then underneath here we have Virgil trunks. So you kind of have that $1 Million Corporation theme here. So
that's right.
So what were these guys like? Nikolai first, and then Virgil.
Well, Andy, let me tell you something. Nikolai Volkov. I mean, I've known him for many, many years. Okay, Nikolai's been here at least 75, 100, maybe 100 different times. He's spent a lot of time here. Nikolai is an old school type of guy, originally from Yugoslavia, but Nikolai, great fan. Great to his fans. Okay, Nikolai would do anything for anybody. That's his legacy. He was a first class guy. Okay, we've been to his house. Used to go to his house in Baltimore. Okay, outside of Baltimore, but you couldn't meet a nicer guy. I mean, I'm a farm boy by design. Okay, to show you how generically we were attached to the hip. Nikolai wanted to know how to can tomatoes. I said, "You come to my house. You come up here. I'll wake you up at 5 in the morning. We're going to can tomatoes, and guess what? You know what? I'll teach you the right way how to can tomatoes." So he came up here, 5 a.m. We're out in the kitchen cooking tomatoes, making them and can them off. And you know what? He learned, he said, "That was the best thing I ever did with you was can tomatoes." So it was a great story. But that's how he was. That was Nikolai Volkov. He was a pure, genuine guy, and rest in peace. He was a great loss to our society. Virgil's another good guy. Virgil is Virgil. Virgil always has the annex of being somewhat of a, tries to clown around a lot, whatever. But Virgil's a very, very intelligent man. Very intelligent man. I've known him for a long time. He lives out in the western part of the state. And Virgil's the same way too. He'll come up there, he'll clown around. But when seriousness comes to seriousness, you won't get nobody more concernable about what's going on about anything than Virgil. Virgil will do that way. Known him for many years. Great guy also. First class. Property of, you're right, the nightstand back. There's probably the $1 Million Man. You're right. You see how it is?
Wow.
Yeah. But see, I'll tell you what, they're just unbelievable how these shirts are. Because and like I said, it was through pure friendships that was developed over the years. And that's how it was. It was that good.
So then over here, we have something from the Brooklyn Brawler. Also, his name's Steve Lombardi. Which, even though as far as like the gimmick goes, he wasn't necessarily a big name, but he did a lot of backstage stuff for the WWF, but really, really important to this time period. So you have some nice pieces, Brooklyn Brawler pieces here. So just tell us a little bit about these Brooklyn Brawler pieces and kind of your relationship with him.
Well, Andy, we've known Steve Lombardi for many, many years. When we first got in WWF, when we were first affiliated with WWF, which was 1993, Steve was one of the first guys we met. Okay, at the arenas and at the events, but so anyway, as you know, here we go back to as a symbol of our friendship. But throughout the years, Steve gave us one of his Brooklyn Brawler outfits, which is he's a New York Yankee, the holes, the pants here to match, which he signed off, as well as you can see on this right here, as Frank's shown here, a WWF Attitude shirt.
So it looks like we got jackets from Too Cool, Grandmaster Sexay, also known as Brian Christopher. We got Scotty Too Hottie's topless bucket hat up here. So just kind of talk to us a little bit about these two guys, Brian Christopher, Scott Taylor, how you knew them.
Wait, just as being the doctor for WWF, when they were at the height of everything is when they were tag teaming. Okay, Scotty was never here, but I knew him well. Scotty was always symbolic of first-class fellow also. And when he was with Brian Christopher, okay, I mean, we all know that story. We all know how good they were as a tag team. They were that good. And you can see right there, the gentlemen both signed it off, what have you, okay? And then you can see the language on both outfits. And if you look right here, you can see these two other coats that Frank has right here that was both from Grandmaster Sexy, okay, Brian Christopher, okay? And, you know, as we all know, Brian's in heaven. Brian passed, okay, and rest in peace. He was a great guy. He was here already, my place. A good guy, first-class fellow. Scotty, everything I've ever seen and dealt with him as a doctor has always been first class. And if you look right over here, if I could just interject one thing, Andy, as you look right here, the belt's right there. Rikishi.
Oh, it fits right in.
It fits right in.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
It fits right in.
It fits right in. There's Rikishi's belts, okay? And another good guy. And we all know what his moves were. You know, God forbid if you wound up in the corner with your face up in the air, things were going to happen to you, okay? We all know that, okay? So that's what happened. But a first-class guy there, too. Rikishi, first-class guy. You know, part of the Samoan family, you know, and we get on the backside over here, like Alpha, Samoans, you know, Lloyd, okay, the whole bit, Sam, all first-class guys. I've known them for many, many years. And, you know, they when you think of wrestling and think of the superstars like that, like Alpha and the whole family of Samoans, right there at the top. Right there at the top.
So then above the Too Cool memorabilia, here we have Trunks of Hardcore Holly, Bob Holly. So what was Bob like?
But Bob, I saw Bob, and he still looks great. He looks fit. He's strong. He's you can tell he takes good care of himself. And he gave us a copy of his pants in respect to, you know, throughout the years. But first class guy, not a very vocal guy, but he gets the job done, and he does it, and he does it with style. That's a good attribute to have.
Now, one of the pretty rare pieces, in fact, I even had to ask a question about what it was. It looks like the trunks of Shane Douglas when he was the Dean Douglas character in the WWF. So give us a little bit backstory on the Dean Douglas outfit and maybe a little bit of Shane Douglas in the WWF there when you knew him.
You know, I knew Shane Douglas, okay, and Shane always treated me well. He was always nice, polite. He was always nice to the kids, my wife, everything like that. But I think the biggest thing we'll remember is that Razor Ramon match when they had the brawling when he got there. It was a pretty vicious match. But anyway, in respect to what he did, he gave me his trunks. Okay, and I said, shit, and I said, man, I really appreciate that's above and beyond. But that's his outfit right here, and he gave it as you know, his gratitude and respect. But I always liked the guy. He's always been a first class guy, sincere. You know, but he knew what he was doing. And he did it well.
It looks like the next piece up here we have is trunks, and then it looks like an elbow pad of Tito Santana,
Absolutely.
Hall of Famer.
Andy, that's 100% right. Tito Santana's been here to my office a bunch of times. Okay, I've known Tito, his family. You know, he's a very, very intelligent man, and he lives in New Jersey. And throughout the years I've known Tito, always a sincere, polite guy. Always a sincere, first class, very, very, very loyal to his fans, and talks to everybody. You know what I mean? And that's what I always liked about it. I mean, Tito was not afraid to say hi. No matter who you were, what you were, he always knew that you were a fan. Just another symbol was like Dwayne Johnson. Same way as that. Oh, these guys know how they got there. You know, besides being great athletes and great authoritarians on what's it about with wrestling, they also were very loyal to their fans. So what happened is Tito, what he did is he gave us, and Frank here has a bunch of nice shirts here, the shirts that Tito gave us throughout the years.
Strike Force?
Yeah, Strike Force right there he gave us. You can see where he signed that off there. What that was Strike Force. Okay. And Frank, what else you got there?
Oh, got some more here.
Yeah. What? And you got that?
Got his shirt.
Shirt right there.
Oh, from when he was El Matador.
That's right. Okay. When he was El Matador, Tito Santana gives that outfit too. Okay. But Tito, he was very funny, very unique about how we got these outfits. Tito said, "Here you go." It was like, you know, he said, "Frank, there you go," and whatever. So him and his wife have been here already, but a first class guy, nice, and his sons. You know, I haven't seen them in years, but I'm sure they're all doing well because they good family roots. That's what it's all about. Yep. Thanks, Frank.
No problem.